Today on The Kitchen, easy recipes with items you already have.
Party in the pantry.
Party in the pantry.
Then baker Jocelyn Delk Adams is thinking outside the box cake.
It's so easy.
It's your guide to the perfect pantry. Today on The Kitchen.
Cheers.
Welcome back, you guys. Now, please welcome food blogger and author of Grandbaby Cakes, Jocelyn Delk Adams.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the show, my friend. But first things first.
Yes.
Tell us about your book. What inspired you to write it?
Well, I started with a blog, and it was all about really kind of bringing back baking to the masses. You know, it seems so traditional, but I wanted to spice it up and get new generations interested in doing it. So that's kind of how the blog came into being, and then, of course, the book came after that.
So your book is Grandbaby. I'm wondering, where is your inspiration from baking from? Grandmama?
Oh, you know it. And we call her Big Mama in my house.
Yeah.
My Big Mama, she is the cutest 90-year-old woman you will ever
Look at Big Mama. That just gave me the chills.
I know, she is feisty, too. Don't play around. She is awesome. But she really started that kind of, like, baking love for me. I like to say I inherited the baking gene. Because everyone in my family has it, and we just get in the kitchen.
It skipped my mom's generation, though.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Sorry, Mom.
Can she cook?
Oh, you know it.
Okay, yeah. Same with my mom. She can make a mean cake, but she doesn't like to.
Well, this is something that everybody has in their pantry, right?
Everybody
a
has
box
that.
cake mix. But you're going to show us how to think outside the box cake mix. Show us what we're going to do today.
So today we are going to make my Aunt Bev's gooey cake, okay?
What's up, Aunt Bev?
Yeah, what up, Aunt Bev? Yes.
Gooey cake.
Yeah, so this started really in St. Louis, and a lot of people don't know that, but we had this recipe like 20, 30 years ago when I was a little girl, and we were making it all the time. So I like to say she was part of that movement.
It actually started in 1930 in St. Louis.
Okay.
1930. The baker, they put too much sugar, butter, and shortening, and they made a mess, and they didn't want to throw it away because it was during the Depression, and they baked it anyways, and it was a huge success. St. Louis.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know, right? So we're starting with the yellow mix, and this is...
I'll help you out here, too.
And I love this. How convenient is this recipe that you start with this? Everyone's got it. And because, like, baking seems so intimidating for people, if you start them with the baking mix, they feel like they can do it.
It's a gateway baking.
It's a gateway to bake.
It is.
All right, tell me what to mix here. We got two eggs.
We got 2 eggs, and then we got some butter. And this is unsalted butter because I always tell people, don't bake with salted butter. Like, don't.
Is that the same amount that the box asks for?
No, we're going outside of it.
Come on, there.
We're thinking outside the box. So this is a little different because the butter really kind of creates a different texture with the cake mix. So once you add it in, it gets really firm and chewy, almost like a blondie right on the bottom of the pan. So we're creating a totally different texture. It's so chewy and delicious.
So this is a gooey cake. So we're going to have 2 levels.
2 levels.
Of well-defined
This is the
goonish.
first one, right. So as you start to mix this up for me, it gets a little thick. You got to put that arm muscle in. And you work out. You got this. Get in there. You got this. You're doing a great job here. So once you got that all mixed up, we're going to pat that right into our baking pan.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It all is
So thick.
Right. It's delicious.
It's gooey.
It's gooey. We got to start with that. So
All right,
while
what's
he's
next,
getting that in, I'm going to start on the top layer. And this is the gooey part. So we've got our cream cheese here.
Cream cheese, wow.
Because you can't go wrong with cream cheese. Like, it's so good, right? I just love it in everything. And I love it like butter. And then we've got some confectioner sugar, and that's going right in our bowl.
Jocelyn, we're pouring this right in here, right?
Oh, yeah, pour it right
First
in
level
and
of
just
goo.
pat that in evenly throughout that. So
And
I'm gonna
obviously
turn
your
this on.
cream cheese is room temp, so it blends well.
Yeah, so we want to make sure everything starts at room temperature so you can get that nice...
So that's almost a frosting, right?
Almost, but no,
Almost,
we're
not
adding
really.
eggs. So it becomes kind of custardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once we start getting that mixed in, I'm going to add in my 2 eggs.
You know, some people find it really hard to bake. So what's your advice for people who are kind of intimidated?
Get in the kitchen with someone you love. Like, make it about family time. Make it about creating new memories. And take all that pressure out of the kitchen.
Exactly.
You know? Right. And I'm adding in a little vanilla and a pinch of salt, too.
Nice.
So once that gets super smooth, comes together really perfect.
No lumps.
This is our gooey part, and it goes right on top.
Oh boy, look at that! You want that, Sonny? Sonny wants that.
I sure you, Katie, because I felt you on it. I
I
felt
know,
you.
right?
You
So
told me.
it goes right. Oh, you got the. Oh, you did it. You
I did a very nice job, right? It was
did a really good job.
it was hard.
It was
And I
really
made sure
difficult.
I didn't
Okay.
want to
I'm just gonna pour this right on top.
This couldn't be easier either.
It's so easy. And I feel like when people start with like a cake mix or something easy, then they start to be like, okay, like maybe I'll start to step it up. I'll start to bake from scratch, but you really gotta get them in the kitchen first. So this goes in our oven at 350 for about 30 or 35 minutes, but I really want it to be underbaked. And it comes out and it's jiggly. That's exactly how you want it to be. That's that gooey part.
All right, well, we got one that is done and ready to go.
Yes.
Yes.
And it is set. It ain't jiggling anymore, but I could tell this will
so
be
after a while, once it sets
gooey.
up, oh,
Look at that. And I like how you did the flared parchment edges that
so
were
it's
greased.
easy, so you can just kind of pull it out.
A lot of people just
There you
omit
go.
this step. We'll
Yep.
do it for people, right? Because
Yeah,
you're always going to be with someone you
perfect.
love baking. That's
That's the first part, right? Everyone
Let's
gets in
get the
here,
cake out
everyone
evenly.
digs in. And, you know, it's so gooey. Like, if you want to, like, cool it down, put it in the refrigerator, and you can cut it up perfectly. But either way, I can't wait that long.
No, what's wait?
I know, so I'm just
I
gonna
haven't
start
waited to
plating
eat
this
something
now.
in 38 years.
All right, and then here you go.
What's
you
it-
want to
is this-
taste that? This is a little powdered sugar if you want it.
Yeah.
If you don't,
I just want to do a little.
go for it.
From above, Jeff.
From above.
That is...
Make it rain.
Ring, ring.
Make it rain.
All right.
Killed
I
it.
did. Now I need some. So you just use your hand? No, you get a fork with this, right?
Yeah, you can go in.
all right.
You can be, I mean, whatever.
I
Getting
know.
fancy today, I see you.
Let me see. Oh, look at that. I'm eating this. You had no idea that there was box cake.
I
mix
know,
used in there.
right? Because you kind of jazz it up and you
And you got
change
that
the
homemade
texture of
gooey
it,
layer,
right?
and the gooey is so gooey. It's almost like a lemon bar texture. You know what I mean? Like real, like the smooth and gooey, and it's all kind of anchored on the bottom of that perfectly cooked box mix cake. We got guys, try this. Jocelyn, thank you so much. Yeah. You're welcome back anytime.